Welcome to Soltron. This is the video review for my custom Omega Armor Optimus Prime. Here's how he looks with a Voyager figure. Okay, here's the 360 view. So obviously I made this figure from that, I think it was Age of Extinction maybe? That Ultimate Optimus Prime. I thought he could just look a lot cooler. The parts were really good. So I wanted to just remake him into a better version. I think he looks really intimidating with all these wings like flowing around him. And then of course he's very back heavy, so I had to make this stand like attached to his body. But his wings are like posable, so you could just close these up, and that actually helps him stand a lot. We can go ahead and fold these down. Then we should just fold these antennae down too. That makes him like a more simple version. He still looks very thick and intimidating. And then he's got these two panels here. Those can kind of squeeze in a little bit. They can kind of give him a cleaner silhouette. But these panels slide out and they become weapons for him that can be slid into his hands. And they're kind of like two giant hatchets that he can wield. So I think that's a pretty cool look. That's really intimidating. I'd like him to have like a cannon at some point with some of the extra parts, but that's how he looks now. So for articulation, he's got this ball jointed neck. He's got very weak like arm ratchets here that really don't even hold the weight of these. And then he's got elbows, but his shoulder armor kind of get in the way there. You can get about 90 degrees on the elbow. And then the back of the armor here, like this little piece back here, kind of clashes with the core figure, so it's hard to lift his arm. You have to flex the plastic a little bit in order to clear that. So I'm going to have to redesign the back of his shoulder armor so that has better clearance. And then his legs do move, and he's got ball jointed like thigh skirts or thigh armor here. And then his legs do have like a full range of motion, and he definitely needs the stand for like pulling off some more extreme poses. And then he's got these nice strong ankle ratchets, which were just how the original figure was made. But yeah, he can get some pretty intimidating looking poses here. So I think that looks pretty good. But yeah, really cool design, I think. So to take the armor off, this helmet's not really connected. Eventually it will be connected to maybe the chest armor or something. And there you go, that exposes his head. So you can see the core figure is actually a Siege Optimus Prime. Let's go ahead and get these out of his hands. And then the shoulder armor is connected to the fist armor here. So this like clicks open. And then it's also pegged into his hands. So here's all that unit of armor, and you can see I use the Lego ball joints as like the whole armature to try to keep everything together. And those ball joints are like versatile enough that he can pose his arms in a variety of ways. He can do the bicep swivel and the elbow. And then this is already just like coming off. So I could use a better solution with wrapping this around his arm. I'll have to do that in the next version. And then you can see like all the melted polyplastic that's kind of molded to the shape of the core figure. So that's his arms. We'll just put those off to the side. And in the future version, I'd want his arms to be attached to the armor too. And then the next thing we should do is get this backpack off of him. So that's attached at a ball joint here, one in the middle, and then one on the other side. So we just pop off these ball joints. Okay, that last ball joint was really fighting me. And there you have like his whole huge backpack, which makes up most of his trailer. Put that off to the side. And now we're gonna, well, he doesn't really need this stand anymore. So we just pop that off. And then his armor just fits on with friction. So you just like friction that forward, and that's gonna open up. And then his leg panels open the same way as his arm panels, is they just hinge open and they're locked in place with the ball joint. So that side opens pretty nice. And then the other side is a little wonky. It doesn't open quite as nicely. It's a little misaligned. And then Optimus Prime can basically just step out of there. And then this ball joint actually connects here to the armor to just try to keep everything in one giant piece. So there's his armor standing up. All right, and there's like the KO Optimus Prime. This is how big a Voyager actually is. So he's a KO oversized, and this is him like standing next to the armor. And I definitely want to make it so the armor is all one piece in the future, so that his shoulder pads kind of connect the arms. And then it's more like that. And then his helmet would be somewhere up here somehow. I'm not sure how that's all going to work out, but it's all going to be like one piece of armor, and it's all connected with these Lego armatures, so you can actually like pose around. And then as it is, this piece can reconnect to the backpack right now, so it could look like that. And then this is how it would look with the arms on. So I think that would be really cool. They just have it all be one piece that Optimus Prime basically climbs into. Okay, and the cool thing about this is this trailer armor actually does still transform. So just peg these pieces in. And then unfortunately it can't all stay in one piece to transform, so I do have to remove the chest armor here. You can see that just unclips like that. It just looks like this. And then this back panel opens up, and that's going to rotate around on this armature here. And then you can start like rotating these large panels, and then the whole thing is basically just going to lie down now. Okay, and that kind of makes the basis of the trailer right there. Okay, and then you straighten out like the ankles of the feet, point the toes up to become the bottom bumper of the trailer. Do that for the other foot. And then you're just going to peg the 2 feet together, just like the original armor used to do. And that all folds in like that. And this is going to become the rear of the trailer, and this just connects here to here. There you go, you have like 50% of a trailer already. And then these panels are going to fold up, and then the swords attach onto these panels. And they just basically fold up here. So you can see you've got like 75% of the trailer. It's a little bit hard to get everything into place. Let's see, I'll try folding that up first, and then sliding this panel into place. Okay, there it goes. And then everything tabs together pretty nicely, and then basically you just close it all up with this side panel, and that's going to peg in right here nice and tightly. And there you go, you have basically the whole trailer with the legs pieces in it now. And then I haven't really figured this part out. I think just kind of like just fold all this the best you can, and that just shove that into the where the leg armor is, and then fold these pieces up and out of the way. These like the armatures that were used to hold the backpack on. I'm just going to kind of shove this here, and then the chest armor is just going to mash in there too, basically. You want to get these struts out of the way, and then basically that's how everything's going to fit inside. Okay, and this is basically how everything looks in the box. I really would like the armor to be all one piece connected with ball joints, but it's already like a real pain just to get this in here with the arms disconnected and the chest disconnected. And I don't even know how this stand is gonna fit in here. I guess it could just fit in kind of wherever. But anyway, you take this whole section and then you turn this upside down. You basically have a trailer. And I think a really cool thing they did with this original trailer is they made these little struts here, and that's what helps hold it up for its trailer mode. All right, and there, this is how the trailer looks on this Optimus Prime. I think it's a good size for this figure. I think it fits really well. It'd be nice if these back wheels were as big as these wheels, so that it would be more level. But I think that is the right scale. So anyway, let me know what you think of this custom, and I'll see you in the next one.